Morning, guys. So every week I speak to loads of you behind the scenes off the back of your check-ins or what comes up in the coffee club or just general catch-up calls if you're struggling. And I was having a great conversation with Joanne, who's 4 weeks into the program, and she was struggling with planning her week. Okay, and we devised this plan, and I just thought it's going to be incredibly useful for a lot of us, really, because let's be honest, how many of us have the best intentions going into the week around our food, but X, Y, and Z happens and we struggle. Okay. So this week's gold nugget is on that. And in the next 5 minutes, we're going to give you a strategy to go into next week. So, how many times have you said to yourself, I need to plan my food? Or you've told me, I need to get better at planning my food. Okay. And sometimes you do. You plan your food, you write out this perfect list. Right. This is the game changer. But then Dave from accounts, insert optional name, asks you to stay in longer at work or whatever it may be. Okay. And then you get in 3 hours later and you've still got to prep that 45-minute meal that you mapped out on Sunday when things seemed perfect. I don't need to say anything else. Okay. It's not the planning that's the problem. You've planned multiple times. It's your system around it. Okay. So I want to build a new one. Okay. And we did this with Joanne yesterday. Okay. Firstly, on a piece of paper, I just want you to write down the days of the week next week. Okay. Or you can do it from today. So M is for Monday, T is for Tuesday, and so on. Okay. And then I want you to categorize them into crazy days. Okay. So these are mad busy days. This is stuff where you're going to have nothing on. You've got everything on. You've literally got no time to breathe. Okay. Medium days, we'll amber them. I love color. Okay. And then easy days. These are days like where you've just got a little bit more time than you normally would, where you probably could cook a little bit more. Okay. And I just want you to look at your week next week. Okay. And categorize them. Okay. So when are your easy days? Okay. When are your red days? Okay, when are the mad busy ones? Okay. And when are the medium days? Okay. And like be okay if like you've got all crazy days. Do you know what I mean? Like let's just get that out there straight away. Because if you're planning a 45-minute meal, you're probably not going to do it on a crazy day. Okay. So now you've got that category. Okay. It's probably nice already going into next week knowing exactly where you stand. Okay. I want you to define what a crazy day looks like for you. You know yourself that on a crazy day, I know I am not going to prep a long meal. Okay. So what does it look like? Okay. So like for Steph and I, and something we spoke about with Joanne was like maybe getting like a ready meal in. Do you know what I mean? Something you put in a microwave, like a micro meal. And you can bump up the value of it by adding some veg. Okay. And then you might have a yogurt afterwards. Okay. What does a crazy day look like? What can you be bothered doing? Is it a stir fry that takes a few minutes? Like, what does it look like? Okay. That's better than McDonald's. Okay. Let's define what that looks like. And what does a medium day look like? Okay. Is it like a spag bol or like what could you be bothered doing? Is it got to be like a jar rather than made from scratch? Okay. Could it be like a curry from a jar where you just put the chicken in the pan with the curry and poppadom and some rice? Okay, just have a look at like what you want a medium day would look like. Okay, let's get that out there from the off. Okay. And I just want to show you a little bit of a real life example that we did with Joanne for this next week. So starting from yesterday, so you can see what that looks like. Okay. So like for Joanne, in the next week, she's only got 2 easy days. Okay. So Wednesday and Monday. So for Joanne, like we put the effort into prepping something. So yesterday she made no yesterday's option was like a homemade pizza on a tortilla wrap. Okay. Generally, I've got the recipe for that. Really simple. And it's something she can make with a family. Another option was like like on a medium day. Like so she can sort of prep something, but it's not too bad. Okay. We had like Nando's chicken and halloumi with ciabatta burgers. Like she had them, she absolutely loved them. Okay. Like a crazy day is going to be like a slow cooker meal, maybe. So she's got 3 crazy days in a row here. So we've said on day 1, like we'll throw something in the slow cooker. It takes like 8 hours. So we've opted for like a slow cooker pulled pork with some rice. Okay. Literally throw the ingredients in, bish bash bosh, job done. Okay. The next crazy day is going to be a stir fry, some chicken, some veg, and some sauce, some pasta or rice or whatever. Okay. Really simple. The third crazy day, like she's starting to feel it now. She's tanked. The energy's gone. So she's going to go and buy some Aldi Slimwell, like frozen ready meals, like 50 grams of protein in each one. She'll add some veg to it to bulk it up a little bit more. That's just on that last day where she can bulk it up. Okay. So you can see we've started with something a little bit more, like she can prep this before the start of a crazy day. This one's like a little bit easier to make, and this one takes no thinking. Okay. Monday is an easy day. Okay. So she can cook something exciting. So like she might have this again because it's a little bit easier. She might have something from the medium day that she's done before. She might just see something on Instagram or on Facebook. She's like, I'm going to cook that. Okay. That's something that's exciting. Okay. That she really wants to put the time into cooking. Okay. And then Tuesday is a crazy day again. Okay. So she might opt for like a jar or something, like a bolognese, or it could be one from these. Okay. It could be one from one of these crazy days. It could be another slow cooker going into whatever. But can you see here how, because she's identified what days are what, okay, she's able to define what she can be bothered doing. Like she knows that she doesn't really want to be opting for this on a crazy day. Okay. And she also knows how she feels on them crazy days and what she can be bothered cooking. Okay. So my advice, okay, before you go planning and trying to think you're Jamie Oliver, okay, literally, okay, let's start that system. So write down the days of the week, categorize them: crazy days, medium days, easy days. Color code them if it helps. Identify, what you feel like on a crazy day when you would normally go for a Mackey's. Okay. Identify what you really could be bothered doing. Okay. Because remember, you may think that microwave meal is bad, but McDonald's is worse. Okay. So think outside of the box. Most microwave meals aren't that bad anymore. Let's be honest. They're calorie controlled. You can add some veg to it. Sorted. Okay. Identify what you can be bothered sort of cooking. Okay. So a spag bol out of a jar or curry out of a jar. Again, oh, what about the sugar or salt content? Okay. But there's more in a McDonald's. Okay. So think bigger. And then on your easy days, get creative. Set yourself a challenge to cook something. Like you do want to do that. But if you know you've only got 2 easy days in the week, you've only got to cook twice. The rest is ready made. Okay. So can you see how we've actually made the planning a little bit easier and you feel a little bit more in control and less thinking that you should be Jamie Oliver and that you're failing. So when you've watched this, just give me some feedback. Let me know. This was something me and Joanne worked on together. Okay. And I thought it'd be really useful for a lot of you in here. This is something Steph and I naturally do anyway. But yeah, highly recommend categorizing your days, defining what you can feel like doing, and then building off the back of that. Let me know what you think.